Hello everyone, my name is DeadGambit and welcome to The Dark Egg. This is supposed to be a text-based adventure game. That's about as much as I know about it, aside from the fact that it goes a little more in-depth, more interactive than just making decisions based on the words in front of you. So that's going to be pretty fun, at least in my opinion. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay. When I was young, I heard a story. About an island surrounded by a silver lake. The island was empty, save for an old city. Its people were lost and hungry, and when they cried for help, there was no answer. But then from the heavens came the many eyes of grace. Who gave an answer? Oh, wait, hold on. Gotta put on these. Salvation arrived on winged creatures, speaking in tongues that aged men. They taught many secret things, and what mind was. Their gift took away mankind's faults and replaced them with eyes of grace. The island was blessed. Everyone was made right. Okay. The city was made better. Its sun was consumed. The city was made into memory, living words in eternity. Screams faded, and none came back from the island. Most leave the island alone, except for those seeking its greatest treasure. An egg from the heavens, unspoiled and perfect. Resting in the womb of the old city. A thing that will grant any wish you desire. A thing that I must get. Okay. Interesting. You've awoken to the rocking of a ship. You can't remember how many days it has been. They said it would only take half a day to get to the island. Even the ferryman said so. But the ferryman has not moved from his spot since you got on this boat. He simply stares forward into a white mist with no island in sight. The sound of waves surround you, and nothing else. Talk to the ferryman. You speak up to catch the ferryman's attention, but he makes no attempt at speaking to you. Okay. He only continues to stare into the white mist ahead. Is the boat even moving? See, look for the island. You peer over the boat and see rushing water. It is a relief to know that the boat is going somewhere. You, like the ferryman, simply stare out into the mist-covered waters. There is no island in sight. See, check my bag. You open your bag. Beneath your feet, it is drenched by the mist and splash of waves surround you. The contents are nothing special. Gear you were told would help you on the island. Many assured you there would be a town near the seashore when you arrived. You're not so sure anymore. Okay. Should I look? Maybe check our inventory. A good explorer always knows what he carries. Let's see, got a small knife, a compass, recovery potion, climbing rope, gold, attack. I mean, nobody in the right mind would ever leave their house without the attack 6 and defense 5. Okay, interesting. Though you remember bringing a map of the island, you can't seem to find it in your bag. Maybe it fell out. Search for the map. Is that the map? I think that's the map. Okay, I got 10 XP from that. Already off to a good start. You find your map on the floor of the ferry and pick it up. While you're no sailor yourself, it isn't completely foreign to you. The map is wet to the touch. Still hopeful, you open it, but find its contents unreadable anymore. The ink runs. It appears you'll need to draw a new one as you go. Okay. You place the map in your bag near the compass and notice the dial spinning erratically. Pulling it out, you try to hold it steady. The dial only grows more wild. Upon hearing a rustle from the front of the boat, you look up from your bag. The ferryman has turned from the misty waters. He stares at you with dull eyes. Ocean mist drip from his pale skin. You feel his gaze on you. Talk to the ferryman. You give a quick hello to the ferryman. His face remains expressionless. Black eyes stare directly at you. I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like where this is going. We've passed the normal waters. Acknowledge. What do you mean? Ignore and check your bag. What do you mean? The ferryman lets out what looks to be a weak smile. His eyes never leave you. You sure did chew off a lot, didn't you? Don't even know about the silver waters. The ferryman laughs, turning to face the misty waters once again. We'll be to shore soon. Be dropping you off. I won't go to shore myself, you know. Never go to shore. Thanks for letting me know. Sure, why not? The ferryman stares for a long time. To step on that island is to become something else. But you knew that already, didn't you? Right, well, thanks for letting me know. What do you mean, something else? I know what you're after. The island knows too. They all know. The ferryman leans forward to you. That is why you never go to the shore. The ferryman nods as if knowing you already understand. Okay. Right, well, thanks for letting me know. Of course. The ferryman turns from you and stares back out over the ocean waves. Why is this pulsating like that? Nothing's changed. Don't pulsate. Stop it. To your relief, you begin to see a land emerge from the white mist. See, we made it. Try to get a closer look. Let me try to get a closer look. The shoreline is decorated in yellow lights, and as the boat gets closer, a silhouette of dark, wet town appears before you. The lights seem to dance in the mist and rain. Is it the harbor? Best be quiet when you get to shore, the ferryman whispers. See, should I be worried? I'll do as I please. Say nothing and prepare to dock. Should I be worried? Caution is wise, but I don't know how much it will help you on that island, the ferryman replies weakly. We'll be aboard in a moment. Best to sit down. Okay. You sit where your bag rests. The cold splashes of water pepper your numbing face. You let out a breath and see it mist in front of you. Is it getting cold? The ferryman raises his hand, and as he does so, the boat slows. The boat twists and turns as if 4 men are piloting it. You remember that there was a crew on this boat when you first set off. Wait, there was? There was more people here? Okay. There was a crew, wasn't there? The boat comes to a halt, and beside the boat you see a worn dockway. Best of luck to whatever it is you're searching for, stranger. You look to the ferryman and are surprised to find he is not at the head of the boat anymore. That is strange. He was there a moment ago. Yeah, wait a minute. Hello. I don't like where this is going. Is this another one of those ethereal games where everyone turns out to be a ghost? You look around but do not find him anymore. It is only you, and there is only the dock. A small layer of snow covers it. You step off the dock and your feet press into the snow. Light rain begins to pepper your face as you walk into town. Okay. Rain and snow pelt against your body. Harsh wind claws at your face. You realize now that you're far unprepared for what is to come. The town is quiet, and the street lamps glow a dim yellow in the winds around you. Not a soul in sight, but as you walk forward, you hear the laughter of a man to your right. Near him is a small shop. Your footsteps splash in the road. So you talk to the strange man, enter the shop, continue walking on. Let's talk to the man. You approach the man, apprehensive. His laugh continues to echo through the roads as if amplified by something. No one else is around, and you notice the man has no smile on his face. You greet him and ask if he knows where anyone is. The laughter stops. He turns his face toward you, but does not meet your eyes. His gaze lies beyond you, a pale face without life. His eyes reflect nothing. There is no one else. There is just you. Great! The man turns from you and walks away. He shortly begins to laugh again, growing quieter as he vanishes from your view. Alright, already a lot of red flags there. I'm wondering if I should just turn around and go back home. Your footsteps splash in the road. Let's go to the shop. You walk up to the small shop and open the door, getting out of the rain quickly. The inside is a good deal warmer than out there. Lining the walls rest all kinds of goods, from small vials to books and art. Centered at the back is a large wooden countertop. Beyond the counter sits a pale, bearded man, and behind him, a wall. From his seat, he towers over you just slightly. His eyes are nearly closed, and he appears unamused at your presence. Funny, haven't had a visitor in a long time, he chuckles. But then again, perhaps you aren't a visitor at all. What are you here for? He looked at his stock of potions, asked him, maybe I need equipment. That sounds better at the time. I already have potions. You ask the man if he has any equipment to help you on your journey. He motions toward the back of the shop. As you walk, you find racks of various clothing, some with fur, others with various embellishments. You realize most of it is common wear, and unfortunately not very helpful for what you plan to do. You think you can use any of it? The man asks after a moment. He looks you up and down. You do have a fine piece of leather on you, but armor isn't anything out here. He points to a thick coat near you. The cold can be just as deadly as the creatures, if not more so. I've seen many experts of the sword freeze before they made even a single swing. You look through the various clothing the shop has to offer. Ooh, I only have 40 coin, unfortunately. I would have tried. Yeah, I don't have enough. Never mind. See, I guess let's look for some potions. You take a long look at the man's potion supply, but find it rather barren. Don't carry much more than the essentials here, the man says. Not many visitors means not many buyers either. Still, you're welcome to take a look around. You look through a small group of vials stacked on the shelf. I think I'll be fine with what I have. I'm done here, so the only else to go is the street. As you follow a trail of wind and rain through the town, you walk empty streets lined with yellow lights and pass buildings with no people. The weather worsens as the road opens up to houses on one side and a chapel on the other. You see what looks to be people, but as you get closer, you notice they make no sound. All of them care not for the rain, letting it fall on their pale skin. Their black eyes stare at nothing. They walk from street to street, building to building, without pause and without emotion. None turn to you as you walk by. You stand... Did I miss something? No. You stand in the center of the road, blank faces passing you by. The chapel appears empty. Let's talk to a passerby. You call out to one of the people walking past, but they ignore you. You try again, only to fail again. Not a single one turns their head. I'm persistent! You call out to more people, but the rain drowns you out. You reach for a person, only for them to change direction as you do. Not a single one turns their head. I wonder what happens if I keep persisting. I want to see where this goes. Desperate, you wait for someone to come close, but it's as if everyone avoids you. You decide to throw caution to the wind and run to the nearest person. You grip them by the hand and stop them in their tracks. Panting, you look up and find them staring back into your eyes. You can see yourself in their inky black. Okay. Their eyes and face have no color. They smile. And when you blink, they're gone. Oh! That's great. That's fantastic. Let's try the alley next. In the back alley, the rain is unable to reach. It's far more quiet. Snow still falls steadily, and near the end of the alleyway rests a woman and her child. Frozen and dead, their faces hold sadness and hope, and before them rests an offering box. Wow, that got dark. You notice that the woman has a coat. You could wear it. It wouldn't do her any good. I'm gonna give them an offering because I'm nice, and I don't feel that you should steal from the dead. That is very disrespectful. You approach the offering box in front of them. It's a small, worn little thing, but its wood casing is sturdy. Religious symbols, creatures of some kind, adorn the outside, as well as a child's small doodles. I don't think I want to see these doodles. You grab what few coins you have and toss them into the box. You hear a rattle inside, then silence. You look toward the woman and girl, back to the box, and pick it up. You place it in the mother's palm and close her hand around it. For a brief moment, you wonder if her palm is warm. When you stand up to walk out, your foot pushes against something soft. You look down and notice an abandoned coat. It looks unworn. Okay, that's creepy. You stand in the center of the road, blank faces passing you. Oh, it's the same thing. Okay, chapel. The chapel is quiet. The floors, walls, and ceilings are tiled with glossed black stone. Between the stone rests worn white grout. Pictures of people and the harbor line line the walls, and lanterns rest in all four corners of the large room. In its center lies an altar. On it is a dark egg. You feel the egg calling you. Wait a minute, did I already reach the egg? Well, I guess this is it. My journey is done. Inspect the egg. You walk up to the egg, passing rows of empty pews. Is that pews? Along your way. At the altar, you notice 4 pedestals surrounding the egg, each with a lit beacon. A faint glow surrounds the egg. Why would I check the pedestals? I'm gonna touch this egg. Oh, that was a bad idea. You reach out to touch the egg, but a jolt snaps your hand back, stopping you in your tracks. The surrounding pedestals glow, and you notice a faint barrier between you and the egg. The 4 pedestals are lit, and the barrier protects the egg. Okay, check the left, right. Okay. You examine the left pedestal and notice a switch beneath its beacon. You try to press it, but find it locked. Alright, let's try the right one. You examine the right pedestal and notice the switch. Is this just... Okay, what about... Let's try behind. You step around to the back of the altar. 4 pedestals are lit. and the barrier protects the egg. See, you examine the left one and notice a switch. You try to press it and hear a click. The beacon switches off with a low hum, the barrier dimming with it. Ooh, I'm getting closer. Sparks fly from the other 3 beacons toward the edge of the chapel. Oh, excuse me. One goes to the pictures, another to the large stained glass window, and the third to the back of the chapel. After a moment, the pedestals rest once more. Okay, one to the pictures. Hold on. One to the pictures. One to the pictures. Sorry. Another to the large stained glass window. And the third to the back of the chapel. Picture stained glass chapel. Picture glass chapel. After a moment, the pedestals rest once more. 3 pedestals around the eggs are lit. The barrier protects the egg. Okay. What did I say again? Pictures, glass, chapel. Okay. On the side of the chapel are various pictures spaced out across the entire wall. You approach the first and scan past each one, noting their contents. You'll need to look more exclusively to find anything. Now let's look at the harbor. You see the eagle eye's view of the harbor, only it is a beautiful day and filled with blue. Around the town are small blots of people and color, unlike anything you've seen in your brief stay. The warmth of the scene radiates from the painting. The layout of the harbor, even individual buildings, are identical to the real thing. Perhaps this is a recent work? You can even make out the small shop you passed along your way. Someone's walking into it. Wait, as you skip. Is that me? Oh no, wait. As you scan past the shop, something catches your eye. You peer closer and see an odd gray blotch. It's the man you talked to, the laughing man. You make eye contact. You recoil, but then he's gone. In his place is a blurry smudge on an empty street. You need to look more, okay. The great city. A beautiful cityscape covers the picture surrounding a large town square. The architecture is some of the finest you've seen. In the center of the town square rests something large. Everyone is looking at it, surrounding it. A creature? It becomes increasingly abstract toward the center. You can't tell what you're supposed to be looking at. It looks like it's breathing. You'll need to keep reading that. The dark egg stands in all its glory. In the center of the frame, at each corner, is an angel, arms outstretched and holding a cloth they aim to drape over the egg. Behind the egg in the distance, you see the same scene again. The brightness of the egg contrasts its name. Its brilliance seemed to glow off the ink. You feel like you can understand the praises the angels sing of it. In truth, you've never been more certain of its power, and of your goal. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice a small switch right by the painting. Was that always there? You reach out and flick the switch, and hear an echoing click behind you. You turn and see of the 4 beacons, one of the 4 beacons have dimmed away. The barrier weakens. 2 pedestals around the egg are lit. The barrier is even harder to see now. Alright, so I had the gallery. Next is the glass. You follow one of the sparks toe in a stained glass window lining the chapel's wall. It depicts 2 wide wings surrounding a mess of colored panes without any real form. Despite the cloudy weather, light still shines through, tracing the floor. You can hear the rain pattering against the glass. Nothing in the window moves, and yet, every time you look back, you swear the colors are different. Let's see, check the floor for light shines. The patterns made on the floor seem suspicious. When you get close, you notice a grid marked with the lines and dots. The light touches only specific dots. Okay, here we go. The light hitting the dot crawls through the lines connected. It seems you can move the lines around. Okay, the light hitting the dot crawls through the lines that are connected. Wait, what? Oh! Wait. Okay, there we go. There we go. Alright. The second grid sits right of the first. Blocks get in the way. Okay, so I have to move the blocks. Oh! Oh, it's one of those. Wait. Can I only move this once? No, I can't keep... Yeah, okay, there we go. I am using big brain! There we go. There we go. A third grid sits right of the first, with some spots missing. Well... Oh, right, I have to do that. Okay. With a click, the third patterns light up. Soon after, the light from beyond the glass vanishes, and the patterns dull down to just scratches on the floor. Okay. The rain continues to patter outside. When you turn around, you see one less lit pedestal around the egg. Hey, alright, the back of the chapel. At the back of the chapel, the lights are dim. The roof slides down as you near the edge, squeezing the room. The space is mostly empty. Through there are various objects and furnitures strewn together. You notice various books at at one corner, and a closet nearby. In the other, a piano. The floor is a mess, but not a speck of dust is in sight. Let's see, let's check the closet. You open the closet and find it deeper than you first thought. Far, far deeper. Though you're certain the chapel wasn't this long from the outside. Was it? It's dark. Get some light. You feel around for a light switch and find one. Pressing it, immediately candles begin lighting a narrow hallway row by row. On both sides of the hallway stand mannequins. Their faces are blank, save for two black holes where eyes should be. They all turn to you. They stare. There's 4 leaves and 1 forward. Oh my god, should I have saved? Should I? I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save here just in case, because that's a lot that I have to go back to. I'm gonna go forward and I'm gonna see what happens. You creep past the mannequins slowly and without a sound. They do not move, and yet when you turn around, the one behind you have turned their heads. Their eyes bore into you. Let's continue. You ignore the mannequins and press on. The hallways is endless. The mannequins are endless and everything looks the same. You're tiring. But thankfully, as you keep moving through the rows of heads, you stumble upon what seems to be the very same door you came in from. Is this an SCP? Ooh, sheet music. You suppose it's time to get out of here. I didn't get to read the previous check. Ah. The only question is how to leave. Go back to the hallway. I'm gonna go through this door. Tentatively, you go to the open door in front of you. Nothing looks out of place. This is the same door, you're sure of it. But when you pull the door, you find it locked. You'll have to go back down the hallway. I don't think they're gonna like the fact that I stole or borrowed their sheet music. You turn around and you aren't surprised to find a mannequin staring at you once more. You scurry back to the hallway, going as quickly as possible. It'd be best not to come back here again. Okay, that was, for all intensive purposes, very creepy. But I have sheet music, so I think I'll be able to play this piano. You find a rather beautiful piano despite its dust. Its entire body has a lovely wooden sheen and the ivory keys sit eager to be played. You find the piano's music desk to be rather small, just large enough for a single page. Placing the sheet music you found inside the closet, it unfolds and fits beautifully as if it were there the whole time. Always there, always meant to be there. The piano waits. Let's play the piano! Okay, the sheet music lays in front of you. It seems it's just a simple scale. Okay, I don't remember anything from music class, but is that it? Oh, it highlights it for you. Okay. As soon as you press the final key, a click is heard behind you, and the piano goes silent. You turn around and find one of the 4 pedestals is turned off. All 4 pedestals are unlit, the barrier is gone, and so is the egg? Ha! You wonder if your eyes are playing tricks on you. Stepping up to the altar where the barrier used to be, you can see as clear as day, the egg is gone. Feel the altar looking for it. Perhaps it's been hidden. Try as you might, you find nothing about the egg. You are surprised, however, to find metal beneath your hand. You check your hand and find a key. You're not sure where the egg went, but this key would come in handy. What could it be for? I think there was more in the chapel, right? Yeah, there's books. You go to pick up the books, opening them as you do, quickly finding they are all in a language you do not understand. You place them on a nearby shelf. The floor, was that it? I just cleaned somebody's chapel for free. Okay. Great. I guess the next place would be a house. You knock on the door of a nearby home. Come in, you hear. You open the door and walk inside the house. On your left rests a calming fire, and close to it, a man in a wheelchair. His face is tired, eyes black. He turns to you and smiles. Oh, a guest. Come, get warm by the fire. You start toward the jovial man. Why, I can't remember the last time we've had a guest. How is it out there? The rain doesn't seem to be doing you many favors. He chuckles, looking back into the fire. Well, you can rest here as long as you need. My wife has always been a great hostess, but she's out at the moment. A shame you can't meet her. You take a seat next to the man and he suddenly turns to you. Say, did you happen to see my wife and daughter on your way? No. No. That's not the two, right? I'm wearing their coat. They were supposed to go for my medicine. No. Oh my god. I mean, though this does not have any visuals, that hit deep. That hit real deep. Oh my god. That revelation right there is just wow. Before you can respond, the man stares when he sees you up close. Hey, that coat. It reminds me of my daughter. I don't know why, but it does. They'll return, won't they? Yes, I'm sure of it. They're out there still. They're always out there. Watching. You'd love them, stranger. Oh, you would. So kind, those two. So very kind. Even to an old monster like me. If you sit a while longer, I'm sure they'll return and you can meet them. The old man gives a crinkling smile. Is there something you wanted to talk about? I mean, it seems wrong to ask about the weather or about the chapel after I just walked into some guy's home wearing his daughter's coat. Oh my god. Okay, ask about the weather. The weather? He turns to you amused. What's to say about it? It won't get sunny anytime soon, if that's what you're asking, the old man chortles. No, it won't get sunny. If you're planning to venture out much further, make sure you're prepared. The cold is vicious out here. Vicious. My wife is strict about keeping bundled up. I really wish he would stop bringing up his wife. I feel really bad. Even though I didn't just take the coat, I did leave some coins in that box. I did. But I do feel bad about this whole situation. The man leans back in his chair when you ask him about the chapel. Ah, the old chapel. Such a lovely structure, isn't it? Say, have you seen inside? You tell him you have. The old man gives a smile. Yes, beautiful, isn't it? The artwork especially. I know my daughter loves those pictures the most. I still remember when the folks around here used to actually visit the old thing. He stares off in thought. If I'm not mistaken, it was built back when the people were first coming to this island. It was for the egg. The dark egg. They really worshipped that thing back then. The man lets out a snort. What am I even saying? They still do. And who could blame them? Not like there's much else around here. Why, it's the only thing that brings people to the island anymore. The man's belly rolls with each heavy laugh. Is there something you wanted to ask about the dark egg? You asked the man about the dark egg in the chapel. Oh, that old monument? It's a convincing replica, yes. But really, it's nothing like the real thing when you get close to it. It's nothing. Nothing like it, you know? The man grips the arms of his chair. It lacks the feeling, right? You know, right? He turns to you, eyes wide. It's nothing, right? Just a goddamn fake, he spits out. The feeling it gives. The promises it makes. The lies it tells. That fake filth is nothing to the egg. Is there something you wanted to ask? Well, after all that, I think, this was a lovely visit. I'm sure your family will be back at some point. You have a lovely home, and I think I did meet your wife and daughter. Lovely people, but I have to get going. You stand in the center of the road, blank fade, that's the same one. Okay. The overlook continue past the town. You continue up the path, climbing a small hill. The bitter wind gets worse with every step. As the hill plateaus, you reach the edge of the large cliffside, overlooking a massive chasm. Up ahead is a ruined city. Cold gates rest in front of the city, walls surrounding it as far as the eye can see. They hold strong even after their many years. You can see a palpable fog over the city. It seems to cling to it. A trail leads down toward the city gate, growing more snow filled as it goes. Opposite to it lies a flat trail toward what appears to be a small log cabin. Lanterns light the way. Nearby, a knight in black armor stands, overlooking the ruin. Oh, I don't want to go to the abbey. Let's talk to the knight. You approach the knight. He is covered head to toe in sleek black armor, leaving nothing exposed. His sword sticks into the ground in front of him, and his hands rest on its hilt. He doesn't turn, but when you come close, he speaks before you can. So, you've come. I'm not sure why I'm surprised. He speaks strangely, as if familiar of you. Do I know you? The knight turns to you, water glistening along his helmet. You see only black through the few cracks. He studies you for a brief moment before responding. No, I don't think you do. The knight turns back to the city. Do you know me? I know you're here to claim the egg. You know there are many of you, right? Don't think you're unique in your journey. The knight gestures toward this ruined city with his head. How many of you do you think I see go into that city? How many do you think I've seen come back out? The knight's form sags ever so slightly. Where are you looking? The knight stands silent. You wonder if maybe he didn't hear you, but then he responds. The mist above the city? It clings to the ruins like it's alive, he says. It's something I noticed a long time ago. It isn't natural. You can even see the edges of it whisk away as soon as it gets too far from the walls. You follow his gaze to the ruins' edges and see he's right. The mist stops just past the borders, clinging to the city alone. The knight clutches his hilt of his sword tighter. When you plan to go in there, you should be prepared. This place, your egg, it isn't what it seems. He turns toward you, but you already know that. You can't see his face, but you can feel his gaze. You say goodbye to the knight and turn to leave, but he stops you. Wait, he says. I think you should have this before you go. Hello. I know you're planning to enter the ruins. I know nothing will stop you either. But when it goes to hell, maybe this time I'll see one of you come out of there. I want to see what I got. That's the key. Okay, that's already equipped. What did he gave me a blast potion. Okay. There's a path and there's a cabin. Let's walk down the path. As you move downward, the snow starts to stick to the ground, the rain stopping completely. A howling wind blows from the gate ahead, black metal polished with ice. You approach the gate, but find it to be locked. You give the gate a light push, but it doesn't even budge. Strewn around are frozen bodies covered in snow. Push on the gate. Though the metal gate looks sturdy, it's still an old thing attached to ruins. Maybe a bit of force is all it needs. You place both hands on the gate and set your footing. The gate holds. I don't think I'm gonna get that open. Let's see. Bodies. All around you are bodies of unspoken adventurers, merchants, wanderers. Each journey began for their own reason, but all ended here. It seems that most things have already been taken, likely from other travelers along the way. You do, however, find a pouch of gold and a sword. You've never used one before. Wait, what? Let me reread that. Okay. I've never used gold? Oh, he's talking about the sword. I'm dumb. Forget everything I said. You've never used one before. It might very well be time to learn. Strewn around. Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna get that open. I'm gonna need... I'll probably find a... Wait! You said a lock? Wait a minute, there's something else in the chapel. Wait a minute, I'm gonna go back. The closet! Alright. Continue. We're going to the door. Alright, this door. Tentatively, you go to open the door in front of you. Nothing looks out of place. Yeah, I already read that. Steeling yourself, you unlock the door and creak it open to what looks like the back of the chapel. Only something seems off. I'm gonna save here. Preemptively saving, just in case. This is the chapel? Okay. I did not catch on to that before. I should always read what I get. Okay. You go to the altar in the center and find a stone resting on it instead of the egg. Bizarrely, the barrier has returned. Or perhaps this is a different barrier? A different altar altogether. This time, the beacons the pedestals hold are all turned off. Testing one of the pedestals, you find the switches they hold are working this time around. Only they are a bit unpredictable. A press on one turns on some lights. A press on the other turns them off. At least they are consistent. The stone shimmers behind the barrier, and some pedestals stand unlit. You're not sure what the stone is, but it's purer black than what paves this chapel. Attempt to open the barrier. The pedestals rest, their beacons unlit. What would pressing their switches do? Okay. You hear a click, but the lights shut off. The switches are behaving differently too. Okay. I'm gonna need to use a bit of strategery with this. Let's try that. That's that 3. So this. Maybe this. And then that. There we go. Okay. Another click, but the pedestals shut off again. When locks at the barrier, it will need to be lit and unlocked. Lit and unlocked. Okay, so that's how you unlock it. So let me get all these. Or maybe. Okay. That locks it. No, I don't think I'm doing this right. Oh, there we go. Okay. The pedestals roar to life and finally quench the barrier. With a low drone, it vanishes from view as all 4 pedestals stand with lit beacons. All that's left is to grab the stone. Alright. 4 pedestals stand around the... Okay, so let's look at the pictures then. Heading over to the chapel's gallery, you find each picture is distorted. For some reason, it's impossible to tell why they are wrong. But you can feel they are wrong, fundamentally. The colors, the setting, it's all wrong. You feel disgusted and have to turn away. Okay, let's check out the window. You turn to where the window would be and find pictures instead. The other side of the chapel holds no window, only a flat wall of black stone. In fact, it dawns on you that there are no windows here, not even small ones. This is the oh, keep reading that. I guess the front? You go to open the chapel doors but find them locked. Your key doesn't work. Right, the closet. Prize in hand, you decide it's time to head back. You turn back and open the closet, finding a long hallway once more. Just to be sure, I have nothing left, right? Okay, I can't go back. Great. Only one thing left to do. I think I'm done. You walk down the hallway wondering if what you saw was just a dream. But the shimmering stone in your hand gently says otherwise. Okay, I did all that. I played the piano. Did all that. Now I have to go to the overlook. Wonder if there's anything I need with the path. No, I think all I can do is push on it, which is just gonna waste energy, so I'm gonna go back to the cabin. You walk toward the cabin. Its trail calm and flat. You pass odd lumps, maybe rocks, as you go. The closer you get, the larger you realize the cabin is, and soon you see a sign, faded and chipped, that simply says, "Inn." The lumps grow more numerous. Upon closer inspection, you realize they are frozen bodies wet with rain. They stretch their arms toward the inn. Standing outside the inn, bodies lay strewn everywhere. It's quiet. The lights are on inside. You walk inside the inn, the warmth kissing your face. A counter flanked by two sets of stairs lies centered in front of you, with a fire crackling gently in the corner. I like how nobody is fazed by the fact there's just like a bunch of dead bodies. The room is constricted otherwise. Tight wooden walls, safe for the fireplace. Save! Is that what they're telling me to do? Hold on. Are they telling me to save within the text? No, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Never mind. Forget I said anything. The room is not even a fraction of the size of what you saw outside. The man behind the counter looks up at you. He beckons you to come closer. It only takes a few steps. "Another traveler, I see," he says. "Come to rest your wearied body? It's cold out there, no?" He looks back toward one of the stairwells. "I have seen many travelers come and go through this inn of mine. Some young and filled with spirit, others old enough to know better. But no matter the reason for your journey, I can guarantee rest here for when you need it. Should things ever become too dire out there," he continues, "I imagine you might well wake up here again. After all, no matter the nightmare, it is just a nightmare after all, isn't it?" The man looks down at something on his desk, but you cannot see it. He begins to write. "Now tell me, traveler, why have you come here? If you wish to sleep, just enter up the stairs, either one. If you'd rather a short rest, the fireplace has room for more." The firelight dances across the room. There are a few windows where rain and snow patter outside. It feels safe. "I think I'm gonna sleep." You begin to ask about the cost of the room, but the innkeeper stops you. "We do not need coin if you just wish to rest. It costs us nothing." "But," he adds as you begin walking the stairs, "if you wish to change yourself, that will always cost you, as much as it costs anyone else." You decide to ignore the cryptic comment. Perhaps it will make more sense in the future. After climbing the stairs, you find yourself between rows of countless rooms down a long straight hall. Though you hadn't been given a key, you find one in your hand. Its tag says 8. The hallway isn't lit, only the light from the staircase illuminates the path. Each and every room you pass says it's occupied, though you see no light coming from any door. You approach the door labeled 8, only vaguely able to see it with the weakening light. Your key slots it in perfectly, and you gently open the door. A lantern lights the room when you walk in. You see a bed and an orb. I'm gonna check out the orb! The orb is a rather curious shade of grayish purple, standing by the side of the bed. You've never seen anything like it. It appears dull, but as you near its color becomes vibrant and bright. You reach out your hand and feel a warmth emanating from its surface. God. You touch the orb and you feel your eyelids grow heavy. You close them and see yourself in a way you've never seen before. Oh, wow. I have nothing. But I was not aware that there was all this. Holy crap, am I playing Final Fantasy already? What is this? Good God! Oh, if I turn one off, I can get more. Okay. Interesting. So this is the main tree. Okay. Okay, that's all right. I did not know that. Yeah, I'll save what I didn't change. I guess it's time to sleep. You remove your outer garments and get into bed. The light dims away as you do. Your eyes grow heavy and you drift off into sleep. Hey, everything is at full. A lantern lights the room with a soft yellow. You find yourself in your room at the inn. Okay, let's go back. The firelight. Let's tell the man about our journey. You decide to tell the man the reason for your journey. You tell him that you wish to get the dark egg. His eyes light up as you speak. Well, who am I to stop someone from trying to reach their desires? One doesn't go looking for the egg without sense of purpose. To try and hold the dark egg is to risk everything, and the road will not be kind to you, young one. No, it will not be kind at all. The man reaches into a drawer below the desk, and you hear rustling of paper and clattering of metals. He pulls a small key up onto the countertop. This here, he taps the key, is the key to the gates. I'd be happy to give it to you, but first I must ask you to do something for me. You look to him and ask him what he wants. He smiles. What I want, young one, is a stone from the chapel. Already got the stone, look at that. Hey, you remember the chapel, right? You must have passed it on the way here. Hard to miss, quite charming on the inside too. Inside that chapel, he continues, is a stone, a magic stone of sorts, or at least that's what the rumors have said. No one has found any such thing for as long as the chapel has stood. He grabs the key and places it back in his drawer. But you seem different, young one. I want you to search for it. It's not a deal breaker if you can't find it. It's just a rumor after all. In truth, it's wishful to still believe something like that could exist after all this time. But as someone aiming for the egg, I imagine you should know what it's like to chase a wish. I think you know exactly what it is that I feel. You nod. Ooh! God. Shoot, okay. I'm gonna save here. And then I'm gonna save this. I can't change it. But number 2. Wait, why'd I save it there? I didn't even make my choice yet. Okay, I'm going to lie and then I'm gonna see where it. No, I'm gonna give him the egg. And then I'm gonna see where it goes first. And then I'm gonna save that, and then I'm gonna go back here. Okay, give the man your stone. And now I'm gonna save that as me no, don't load. As me giving him the stone. Number 2 will be me giving the stone. Okay? So future Gambit, if you come back to this video, number 2, the video to this game, number 2 is you giving the stone. Okay? Okay. As soon as a man mentions the stone, you rifle through your bag and find it. You place it on the counter and push it toward him. He appears equally surprised as he is amused. My, how impressive. You already grabbed the damn thing. With a smile, he reaches for the stone, dragging it back with him. He leans back in his chair, examining the stone. Its sheen is even more exaggerated in the dim lighting. I must say, I'm surprised at how capable you are. I think you'll go far, young one. With a pleased sigh, he puts the stone down and slides it back to you across the counter. Okay, so I think I made the right decision. He opens his drawer and pulls out paper. He writes. You look at him with growing confusion. You thought he wanted the stone. Yes, I did, young one, but not to keep, he smiles. A tired man like me has no need for such a stone. There's nothing left for me to change. I only wanted to confirm the rumors I've heard so long ago. And now that I have, I am more than satisfied. Oh, I love that. I love this. He gestures for you to pick up the stone. Go on, take it. Use it wisely. And of course, your key. He places the key on the counter. You might as well leave the gate open while you're at it. I fear any others who would have tried to get past them are long gone by now. Alright. It is silent for a bit, and thinking the conversation over, you begin to turn. Oh, before you go, young one, I should warn you. The man calls out to you. Excuse me. I'm sure you've seen the mist around the city. It makes things cold, very cold. Going without proper clothing will be a terrible idea. You won't make it far. Of that I can assure you. Okay. So I have the key. But I do want to go back. But I only have 15 coins. I mean, there has to be something in the shop. 40 gold. Well, didn't I pick up some gold? I thought I picked up gold. Did that not save? It probably didn't save. Let me see, do I have the sword? Okay. Oh, so basically, I'm sorry, I had to cut the video, which is why it switched over like that and then replay everything. So, I might not have saved everything that I did. Like the house. I don't think I need to go to the house though. Maybe the knight. You approach the knight, he doesn't turn, but you can tell he is... Okay, no, so yeah, all that did save. Okay, so yeah, I'll just go to the path. Dead bodies, alright, unlock. You approach the gate, key in hand. The metal is frozen to the touch, but the key still slides in until it fits snugly inside. A small turn and a series of grinding clicks are heard from the lock. All at once, the gate begins pulling outward, away from you. Metal screeches at regular intervals as the gate moves perhaps the first time in years. The gate begins to slow as it fully opened. Whatever mechanism inside that were giving it the force to move also seems to be holding it in place. The path to the ruined city is open. The snow surrounds the open gate. Their black frozen frames look like an open jail cell, warning of danger inside. Let's go inside. The snow is getting heavier. Your hands are freezing. Ruined architectures carves a path through the snowy road up to the city's entryway. A grand stone bridge. Bordering the entire city, or at least as much as you can see, is a great chasm. You cannot see the bottom, only the black nothingness it drops to. Snow rests atop the mountain on both your sides across the chasm. Past the cities lies more on the horizon. The bridge is old and broken at various points, but it's your only way forward. It should be safe to walk, you tell yourself. It has to be. The cold has become unbearable. Luckily, your coat keeps you warm. No, let's keep going. Crossing the bridge is no simple feat. As grand as it appeared on your way here, it is even grander to cross. Thankfully, it feels sturdy. You think you saw pillars reaching down into the chasm for support, and it gives you a sense of safety. Corpses dot the bridge as you cross it, some frozen and others without flesh. Ew, I want to check out these corpses. Noting that many of these are likely to be adventurers, you begin to rifle through the corpses for gold, items, weapons, anything of value. You do find a few things. As you research, the eyes of the lost and the frozen catch yours. Even as you try to avoid them, it shakes you. What happened? Oh, my sanity! I did not know I had sanity. Okay, your keen eye spots some extra gold lying around. Okay, so I also have sanity to deal with. That's great. I got a skill point. Grants +1 to strength and awareness. Energy defense. Move range. Cat step. Penetration. Agility and intelligence. Is there anything that can protect me from insanity, or is that strictly intelligence? I never know where to go with these, but for now I'm not gonna use it because I don't have a need to. I really don't. So why would I waste something that could be useful later on? Ooh, and there's a potion here. Okay, there we go. Look at that. Let's move on. Wait, there's also gold. Okay, I gotta really pay attention to everything around me. Let's see. Okay. Wait. Okay, you continue your trek forward, making your way past the chasm. Around you is naught but a wasteland of wind and snow. The landscape speckles itself with ruined buildings, old stone roads, and shattered mountains. Monuments. The walls of the city reach much farther than what still stands. As you reach the end of the bridge, it crumbles out to a large drop downward. Through the mist, you can faintly see the broken remains of a stairway. The bridge overlooks the city square. If only you could see anything past the frigid wall of mist. I'm gonna go back. Gonna go back to the harbor, the overlook, path. It said I picked up a sword. Whatever. Let's see. Travel to the left, travel to the right, jump. I don't think I want to jump. Could you make your rope way down? Alright, let's see. So you travel to the left staircase. You walk up the staircase to a higher portion of the city. Ruins of the town lie below you, fading into the fog as you climb. At the top of the staircase is a wide walkway filled with stands, homes, banners, the remnants of a well-used market. Snow covers everything you see. It's quiet. Let's go to the left. The small alleyway is largely empty, but a small opening in the back leads into a house hidden from the main street. Inside is a lived-in room with a small man sitting inside, a blanket wrapped around himself. The room is noticeably warmer without the harsh winds outside. He jolts up and looks up at you, surprised. Who? He sits at a table alone, eating dried meat. 3 empty seats surround it. The man huddles into his chair away from you and stares. He takes another bite anyway. Greeting the strange man. You give a greeting, trying to alleviate his worries. Oh, you're just a traveler. I see. He nods his head fiercely. Well, welcome, then, to our humble abode. It's a bit messy right now, but He points toward the door. It's just so cold these days, you know? Hard to get much done. Besides the door, nothing else leads Nothing else leads outside. There are no windows, and the only light comes from a small lantern hanging from the ceiling. A man watches you. Is he waiting for me to say something? See, you said your hour before. There's food lying all around the house. I don't want to attack him. You said hour. The man smiles at your question. Yes, hour. Me, my wife, and our children. They're out right now. He leans back in his chair. I'm holding down the fort for now. Got plenty of food for them stored up, see? I think they might be hungry when they get back. I want to make sure I can welcome them back with a warm meal. The man still sits in his chair eating. He perks up and, seeing it's you, relaxes. Where are your wife and kids? Oh, where? Down at the temple. See? Have you seen it? He points east, in the general direction of the town square. It's down over past the markets. Biggest thing here. Protects us from the cold. He giggles. Well, much as it can anyway, with these winters. People go over there to pray when the cold bites this bad. My wife went too. See. There's food lying all around the house. Food piles in all corners of the house, and ice and salt used liberally. He catches your wondering eye. The food? He looks confused and widens his eyes. Of course, you must be trying to hold out through this winter as well, right? It's quite cold these days. No chance for hunt or harvest. I only have so much, but, well, I can spare some for you, traveler. Here, take it. Be safe. Why would I attack the man? Let's go to the right alleyway. Darkness envelopes the alleys as you passage in. Only when the light is nearly gone do you reach a corner and hear a strange noise. You peer around the wall. A watery reflection of light in a glassy black eye is all you can see. Something begins shambling toward you. Hello? What? What? Encountered Mist Walker? Coin. Wait, attack. Knife. Click on the unit. Oh, I'm out of range. Slam. I'm out of range, okay? I don't want to use the blast potion, so I will move ever so closely. And then attack. Wow, am I still out of range? Okay, wait, move. I want to grab that. Can I grab? No, I can't. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Player deals 1 damage to the Mistwalker. They still stand. Okay. Player deals 1 damage. They still stand. He's not attacking. Mistwalker slashes at the player with their claws. Mistwalker deals 2 damage to the player. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, they look no worse for wear. This doesn't seem to be working. Item. Excuse me. No, let's just attack again. They shrug it off. How strong is this guy? Mistwalker slashes at the player with their claw. Ooh. I got 2 damage dealt to me. Okay. Let's attack again. Okay, mana increases by 1 attack. So where is his health? Dude, should I go anywhere else then? I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, I guess I'll just keep attacking him. They pull back quickly. Ooh, he pulled back. Slashes at the player. Deals 2 damage. How come they get to do the most damage and I do the least mundane? They glare at me. When do you... Oh! Player deals 3 damage. They give a grimace. 4 damage? Okay, I'm gonna have to use one of the recovery potions. Okay. Okay, I got 15 health back. And now I get to attack again. Come on! Yes, 4 damage. Let's go! We recoil from the blow. Yes! Okay, just 2. I felt nothing. Maybe a little bit, I don't know. Here we go, come on! Maximum damage! They seem uneasy. One more go. Let's go, let's go! They are breathing their last breath. Are they dead? How is he still fighting me? Come on! I can do this. Get him! They're at death's door. One more attack, come on! Yes! Haha! Okay. With a low groan, the creature collapses into the wallway and lays still. Okay! So we know not to go back down hallways. What is that? Jerky bits. Okay. There's just somewhere to go. Wait, what do you mean? I don't want to attack the man. Stop trying to get me to attack a man. Alright, you climb the ladder to the house's rooftop and find a sprawling web of pathways from roof to roof, hidden from the streets below. Doors lead in and out of the attics of homes, and abandoned shops exist up here as well. A few of these stand still hold some of their waves. The air is colder up here, but the fog is largely gone. It covers over the streets, making it hard to see below the walkways. The rooftops have a clear wear on them, but look plenty sturdy for any traveler. Okay, let's try the stands. The different shops hold old linens, broken pots, emptied vials, and shattered glasses for sale. Most of it is more aesthetic than practical. None of it is useful to you. You do, however, notice that almost all of them have the dark egg etched into them somewhere, along with a series of odd winged beasts. At the back of one stand is an intact glass pot, mostly wrapped in a pouch. It has no noticeable wear. Perhaps it might sell for something? Okay. Catwalks. From above, you can see past the outer city walls into the Arctic wasteland beyond. And after that, the land is devoured by cities wide outer chasm. The old rooftops crumble at several spots, and many of the guardrails have rusted away. Oh, let's try the market. The rooftops have clear wear on them, but look plenty sturdy for any traveler. Okay, the attic. The bridgeway rounds the side of a row of houses, each one with their sides torn off. The attic's exposed. Most of what's inside is old and rotten from the elements. The open maws of the rooftops do make a nice place to hide from the cold though. While inside one of the attics, you find a small satchel of old coins. Okay. See. Let's go to the terrace. The stone bridges lead to a large circular fountain of sorts, though nothing flows anymore. A broken pergola towers over the area covered with snow. Sky courtyards overlook the town below. A pathway leads to the rooftops to the main city, but the catwalks are dangerously decayed. I want to look at the shack. A walkway attaches to the shack's roof, where the remains of the door used to be. You walk the sturdy stone into the shack. The rooftops have clear wear on them. The height makes travel precarious. Okay, let's go along the rooftops. The catwalks are in disarray and are dangerously narrow. Most of the edges have completely dissolved now, asking you to balance yourself. The ruined city lies below the fog. With a deep breath, you balance and walk across the sky, snow falling around you. With careful poise and precision, you keep your footing and step carefully to the catwalks. The catwalks walk up a short staircase until they connect to a great bridge. The ancient bridge spans across the city with a small crescent to its shape. Its wide deck is bounded by thick stone walls waist high. It towers over every building in the city, save for the spire of the temple below it. Even so, the drop to the temple looks to be a good 30 feet or so. A large skylight in the roof of the temple lines up with the center of the bridge, where the walls open up to see down into it. And in plain view of the window is an odd creature of some kind. Hunched over, it covers itself with great white wings and is bleeding. Etchings run along, okay. Alright, so this is a lot. This is a lot, and I've already been recording for a while, so I'm gonna end it here. From what I've played, I've actually really enjoyed this game, and that says a lot because I personally don't play a lot of text-based adventure games, but this one has definitely caught my eye, and I do look forward to continuing playing this game. And if you want to see me continue play this game, please leave a like and comment, and also subscribe to the channel as it really helps. If you want to know where this game is, I'll leave a link in the description. It is on Steam and it is free, so you can go ahead and try it out for yourself. Other than that, yeah, I will see everyone in the next video. Have a fantastic day. Bye bye.